content creation.
Josh, what do you see as sort of the risks within copy creation? I think we've all seen some pretty, I'll call it at least mediocre, at worst, truly dreadful content that can come out of AI. How do you guard against a shift towards everything sounding sort of the same and not so great?
It is so cringy, isn't it? A lot of
The
times,
perfect word.
oh my goodness, especially on LinkedIn, like people are just like regurgitating awful AI content. And then they wonder like why nobody's liking their post. It's like this is literally not a unique perspective. You're just copy pasting it. It's so frustrating. But I think the common pitfalls is not feeding it writing, just feed it with your writing samples. When you write a prompt, I like to follow a framework called the Rhodes framework, and I'll drop a link to it. But if you type in RODES framework when it comes to writing good prompts, I think that's the biggest opportunity for companies, and is really a lot, like when it comes to writing copy, being able to write really, really solid. I'm just going to pull up the image here. Writing really solid prompts, because at the end of the day, the AI can only take what information you give it. And when people write bad copy, it's typically because they just write a single sentence or two about, hey, I want to write an article about why ABM matters to enterprise software. I don't know, whatever. And then it'll just kind of do something really basic, versus using a framework like Rhodes. When you're writing copy, you can say, hey, you are an expert at account-based marketing strategies. Your goal is to write an article about how health tech companies should start adopting this strategy for account sizes over $50 million. And the article needs to be at least 300 words, but no more than 500 words. And here is some background information from our company about information that we already have around this topic that would serve as the foundation. And then you go and share examples. And this is where I think a lot of companies have gaps, is around actually giving writing samples. And so what I like to do is just like go and look at the best writing that I've done, at least to me, and or best performing, I guess, posts that we've done, and writing samples, and then just drop them in there so they can understand the flow. And then the last step is a sense check. Before you tell the AI to actually go out and write the thing that you want it to write, you ask it, hey, is there any additional context that you need? And then the AI is just going to come back to you and say, hey, actually, I would like a little bit more context around specific health tech companies that you were referring to in this use case. So following a framework like this can help safeguard against a lot of the challenges that companies have when it comes to implementing AI across the board, not just with copywriting, but with pretty much anything that you're building, whether it be like doing account research or whatnot. So yeah, I really I really encourage companies to if you're watching this and you're writing copy, like, even if you get something that you think is halfway decent, spit it back in and give it additional writing samples of like your style and your sound, and then layer in unique perspectives. So I think that's like the other missing piece, is there's this tendency to want to fully rely on the content that AI, it's really lazy, honestly, just relying on the content AI produces and just copy pasting it and calling it a day. But if you don't have any unique perspective, unique narrative, nobody really cares. Like, that's information that they get on their own. But if you have a unique perspective, a unique narrative, then suddenly that content goes from, wow, that's interesting information, to, oh, okay, so now what do I do about this information? Like, how do I start to think about it as the audience of that piece of content?